single death is a tragedy. 1 million deaths is a statistic. Recently, the refugee crisis in Europe has illuminated the true meaning of this phrase. The image of a tiny toddler in a red t-shirt and blue shorts lying lifeless on the sand has brought the world's attention to a crisis which has been a statistic for many years. Thousands of people dying and no one paying attention, yet one Turkish rescue worker carrying the lifeless body of a young boy changes world opinion and focuses humanity on this growing tragedy. Here in Ireland, we have 3 very poignant anniversaries coming up. Yes, they are very different in nature, but sadly, in many cases, these crucial anniversaries, just like the Syrian refugee crisis, are also in danger of becoming statistics. Without the input of personal stories, our history is in danger of becoming impersonal dates and numbers. We are commemorating the Battle of the Somme, one of the bloodiest battles in human history. Sadly, when we talk about over 1 million casualties, no one cares. It's just a statistic, a date, a number. And yet if we only knew the personal stories of just 1 or 2 of those people, men from Ireland fighting for freedom, the magnitude of the tragedy is perhaps more simply delivered in the form of 3 telegrams. 3 telegrams delivered to Mrs. Hobbs of 143 Union Street in Loghlen on July 8, 1916. 3 telegrams delivered at the same time informing her of the deaths of her sons David Hobbs, Andrew Hobbs and Robert Hobbs. We also have the 1916 Rising, 100 years ago. 16 executions, but it's through the stories of 1 or 2 of those individuals that we identify with an event that occurred 100 years ago. However, 60 years ago, shortly after World War II, a glimmer of hope. Ireland's ascension to the United Nations. Since that time, there has not been a world war. We've not had a Battle of the Somme. How do we remember these events of the past as we look towards the future? How do we honour and connect our past with our digital high-tech future? My vision is to use technology to help us identify the individuals of the past. Modern technology can help us remember the struggles and tell personal stories of our forefathers, so they don't become statistics. I envision a future where we can walk in another's shoes by using technology. Imagine a future where by using virtual reality, multimedia presentations on our phones, on our 3D virtualization goggles, we immerse ourselves in these personal stories of the past so that we never forget.